Stop.
Good afternoon once again, YouTuberinos. We hope everybody is doing well and swell on this Saturday afternoon. In this video, we're going to do part 3 of reading the manual for the Braille Sense U2. As all of you guys know, we did the help overview within 3 parts. So you can go back and listen to the previous archives, such as parts 1, 2, and 3 of the help overview. In this video, we're going to read about the basic functions for completing tasks on the unit. So we're going to start on section 2.1, and we're going to talk about how to enter commands. Meaning how you activate hotkey commands on the computer. Anyway, let's begin the presentation. As always, contact and paper hems will be listed down below. Section 2.1, how to enter commands. The commands used to operate the U2 are comprised via various combinations of the braille and function keys.
Participant
In this user guide manual, the 830 dash is used to indicate that keys should be pressed simultaneously. For example, space-Z indicates that the user should press space and Z at the same time. This manual also contains expressions like space dash 2, 4, and 6. This means that the space bar with dots 2, 4, and 6 should be pressed and released simultaneously. In a menu or dialog, when your cursor is placed on your desired command, you can execute most commands by pressing the Enter key, located directly to the right of dot 6. As we mentioned in parts 1, 2, and 3 of the help overview, orientation and mobility is vitally important for you guys to have when navigating and completing tasks on your unit. If you want to cancel the function and return to your previous location, press space-Z, also known as spacebar and Z. Space-Z is an important command to remember, as it allows you to abort programs and menus executed accidentally. Please bear in mind that there are 2 different types of commands, space-Z and space-Z. Space-Z and space-E are the escape commands. Think of the escape key on a keyboard. The difference here on the U2 is that you're doing a Braille Sense version of hitting the escape key / doing the Alt F4 for closing all browsers and programs. This concludes the first section, such as section 2.1. Now we're going to review section 2.1.1, basic alerts and messages. There are instances where the U2 alerts you to events for which you have asked it to notify you. For example, by default, when receiving the U2 labeled respectively as the unit, the U2 checks the schedule manager. When you power on the unit and try to decide what tasks you want to complete, the unit itself, such as braille pad and the voice on the unit, will always say the power on and notifies you if any appointments are scheduled for what day and what time frame of when the appointment takes place. When you are notified of an appointment, you can interact with the schedule manager as you normally would. To exit the schedule manager, press space Z or space E. To perform the space E command, press your right thumb on the spacebar key going sideward. Then, with your left pointer, place it on dot 1, and with your right pointer, place it on dot 5. Press the keys simultaneously, and the unit's voice and braille pad will say task name, file manager, and that lets you know that you are back at the start menu. After pressing space E and or space Z, you are then returned to your previous location. If you do not want to be alerted of today's schedule at power on time frame or power on kick-in time frame, you can turn off the check today's schedule option and the global options menu, labeled respectively as the global options dialog. The global options dialog is located directly within File Manager. The way to get to it is space O. Please see Chapter 3. When you turn on the U2, you are returned to the same location at which you turned the unit off. The U2 announces the name of the running program and your current position or status. If you turn off the U2 while using the word processor application, when you power on, it announces the program name, file name, input mode, and file protection status. When you connect the AC adapter to the U2 speaks the message directly in quotation marks. AC adapter connected, end quote. The sign for the beginning quotation mark is dots 2, 3, and 6. This is often reserved and referred to as a question mark. The ending quotation mark is dots 3, 5, and 6, such as dots 3, dot 5, and dot 6. This closing quote is after the period symbol. This is important for you to remember when taking a course for Unified English Braille or getting a certificate in being a vision teacher. When you disconnect it, such as the U2 says AC adapter disconnected. Section 2.2, Menu Concepts. Menu concepts on the U2 provide you with a list of programs. These programs involve actions or options from which you can select. If a menu item has a submenu, selecting it brings up another list of choices. Moving among the menu items is very simple and easy. When using a program on the U2, press space M, such as space -M, or if you don't want to do space M, you can press F2 to bring up its menu. Press the up scroll key or space and dot 1 key to move to the previous item, and press down scroll key, or space dot 4 to move forward to the next item. Think of this as navigating through headings. Think of the letter H on a keyboard as navigating forward through headings, and the number 2 as your way of navigating through headings. To move to the first item in the menu, press space dot 1, 2, 3. This gets you back to the top of the page of items. This is known as a control home press. To move to the last item in the menu, press space dot 4, 5, and 6. These commands, such as space execute a menu
Record video.
by pressing the menu item's shortcut key. Usually, the first letter of the item name. Often, menu items can also be executed instantly directly from your current position in the program with a home key, also known as a home key hotkey, enabling you to perform the desired action without accessing the menus. Shortcut keys are displayed in parentheses following the menu names. Hotkeys generally consist of a modifier such as enter, space, or backspace key. Sometimes these keys are pressed simultaneously with a letter or a dot combination. These are displayed following the shortcut keys. For example, if you are in the word processor application and press space M or F2, then press enter on file, you hear in quotation marks, new, in, pull down. Enter in. The word new is the menu option. You would press the letter N to jump to new from within the file menu. Press enter N to access the new document or new document command from anywhere in the word processor application. The N is the shortcut key, and enter N is the hotkey. It is important to note that some hotkey commands are global, thus will work from anywhere on the unit, and some are program specific. For example, if you want to activate the new document command, also known as the new document option, in the word processor application, you cannot press enter N from the program menu, also known as the file manager. To activate this option, you must be in the word processor for enter in to activate the new document command. However, if you wish to activate the display time and date option or setting in the utilities menu, this can be done from anywhere on the unit using space T, as this is a global hotkey. When you are placed on an item you want to execute press enter. If the item you choose has a submenu or dialog, pressing enter opens the submenu or dialog. If the item you choose is a command, pressing enter activates the command. This is referred to as selection. When a menu item activates a submenu to the right direction, the arrow sign is displayed after the name of the corresponding menu is set on the braille display, and the U2 announces hold down. After the menu item name, if the menu item is a dialog box, the ellipsis sign is indicated via period symbols. Here is an example of how many ellipsis signs are often spoken. 1, 2, 3. The ellipsis sign is displayed after the menu item name is said on the Braille Sense U2 display. The U2 also speaks the message, common dialogue. Let's begin going through the various menus. First, turn the unit on by pushing the power switch to the right. Now, bring up the program menu by pressing F1. The program menu is the main menu. With the U2, you can access all the programs and option settings, utilities, and help from this menu. The program menu consists of 3 programs: File Manager, Word Processor, and Email, and 9 submenus: Media Organizer, Web Tools, Social Networking, Extras, Games, Utilities, Settings, and more importantly, Help. If you choose to install add-ons such as our free Bible program or programs developed by third-party developers, for the Sense note takers, the program's menus appear between Games and Utilities. This first item in the program menu is File Manager, as mentioned earlier. If space dot 4 is pressed, the next menu item is displayed, spoken, and announced. Pressing space dot 4 repeatedly continues your navigational progress down the list of items in the program menu. When you reach the bottom of the list, the Help menu item is displayed as it is the last item in the program menu and is spoken via the TTS text-to-speech engine. You could also jump quickly to the Help menu item by pressing space dash 4, 5, and 6. This command can be done when the name File Manager is displayed. Press space 1, 2, 3, and the U2 jumps back to the top item in the program menu, and again speaks and displays File Manager. As explained above, if you execute a submenu or program from the program menu, press enter. If you are in a submenu and wish to return to the main program menu, press space E or space Z. The media menu contains media player, FM radio, Daisy player, and more importantly, the YouTube browser app. The organizer menu contains the address manager, schedule manager, and database manager. The web tools menu contains the web browser, quick browser, Google search, and RSS reader. The social networking menu contains Twitter, Google Talk, Sense Chat, and Facebook. The extras menu contains the optional Sense dictionary, Bookshare, Download, Google Maps, Sense Navigation, Optional, Excel Viewer, Dropbox, and Online Daisy Radio. The games menu contains the Sense Dice games, mainly the Sense Dice game, and the Sense Brain game. The utilities menu contains the calculator, display time and date, display compass, heading, wake up alarm, calendar, stopwatch, terminal for screen reader for pairing the unit to an iOS device, display network status, display power status, and its format, sleep timer, macro manager, and upgrade braille sense firmware. The settings menu contains set time and date, set up internet, Bluetooth, manager, pronunciation, dictionary, menu manager, backup, restore, personalized settings, change device name, password protection privacy, and global options. And finally, the help menu contains the various sections of the user guide manual, as well as an information section containing general information about your BrailleSense U2, such as your BrailleSense U2 and firmware, version, MAC address, and the key number used for authorizing playback content from digital talking books from the different talking book libraries. For more information on a specific program, please see the section of this user guide manual related to that program. The F1 command for accessing the program menu, again, is an example of a global hotkey. This means that pressing the F1 key takes you to the program menu immediately from anywhere on the U2, whether you are in a submenu, a file, a dialog, or an application. When you press F1, you are always placed at the top of the program menu, and the file manager is displayed and spoken. There are also global quick launch commands for every program on the unit, mostly comprised of either F1 or F3 and letter and or dot combination. These quick launch commands will immediately launch their associated application from anywhere on the YouTube. See section 16.2 for a complete list of the quick launch commands. This concludes part 1 of the basic functions of the BrailleSense YouTube. Please stay tuned for part 2 of basic functions. We will begin reading section 2.2.1 for part 2. Thanks so much for watching. If you would like more information on BrailleSense tutorials, please subscribe to our channel, and also feel free to visit HIMS Inc.'s YouTube channel. For more information, such as more training on the BrailleSense YouTube, please visit HIMS Inc.'s website by going to www.hims-inc.com. A verbal link will be spoken here right now. https://hims-inc.com. On the website, you can find the contact information for technical support as well as the email address. Tech support team is open from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. CDT, labeled respectively as Central Standard Time. Please subscribe to our channel, Thomas and Savanna, and I look forward to giving you part 2 of the basic functions of the BrailleSense YouTube. Take care.
0 hours. Stop.